So, wir haben 2
The
neue
Taken
Seiten.
may well be
3.
the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
Wir werden es schaffen. Wir müssen es schaffen.
There are places where our world is worn.
Hatten wir schon, das wollte
Stories
ich.
come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
Ja, so ein bisschen.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
Ja, genau wie hier. Wobei das Wetter was anderes sagt. Ups, einmal zu weit. Speicher nochmal. Wer weiß, was uns gleich erwartet. Dankeschön. Wir sind's wieder.
It's you.
Ja.
How dare you? No, wait. It
Ich
isn't
bin
you.
anders.
Is it?
Mhm.
I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Ja, aber bitte bevor jemand kommt. Thank you. So. Mr. Scratch, haben Sie wieder was für uns? Hi.
I know what you're thinking.
Was denn?
Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that.
Es macht Spaß.
Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Ja, er hat uns mal eben sein Werkzeug gezeigt. Sollen wir ihm jetzt unseres zeigen? So unsere Pumpgun und Taschenlampe und so weiter.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It
seems like this has all happened before.
Have a
Ja.
replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Ich muss in die Mitte. Die Kamera. Stimmt, ich muss das ganze Vorgeplänkel nicht mehr. Dreh mich hoch, Scotty. Danke.
I think we can give this a go. Although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Richtig.
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of
Natürlich.
this is very strange to me.
Wir werden alles so wie das letzte Mal wiederholen. Draußen. Die Rohre waren draußen. Es war nicht nur einmal, es war dreimal? Und es war unten. Ach komm, mach nicht schlapp. Hat da nicht gerade was geleuchtet? Da. Seh dich. Spiel. Hi. Ich hab dich gesehen. Mann. Es geht doch endlich mal auf. Verdammt. Ich habe nur was leuchten gesehen. Sonst ist ja nichts mehr. Entschuldigung, dass ich davon abgelenkt war und nicht zu euch hingekommen bin, so wie es hätte eigentlich sein sollen. Ich bin dem Kampf nicht extra ausgewichen. Nein. Ich habe mich eher auf die Muni konzentriert. Ah, hallo. Das war die falsche Taste. Ich habe die falsche Waffe benutzt. Bist nur noch du da?
These beams hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that
Hier ist
way.
auch noch irgendwo eine Seite. Da. Lies mal.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He'd pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Okay, es gibt auch eine schnelle Austaste. Kümmern wir uns um die Rohre. Ich weiß noch nicht, was wir hier machen sollen, aber...
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Ich weiß schon, dass ich andersrum gehen muss. Danke. Spiel, ich bin auch gerade andersrum gegangen, du Idiot. Wo sind wir jetzt?
I guess they didn't like that.
Na, wenigstens wurden wir nicht verletzt. Noch nicht. Allerdings sind wir auch fast fertig mit dem Spiel. Vielen Dank für nichts, Spiel. Bevor du hochgehst. Ach komm. Kurz vor knapp. Kurz bevor es mich erwischt hätte. Ja, ich muss hoch. Muss ich jetzt lang? Kümmere dich um anderen Scheiß. Hier lang. Das war ja klar. Das war ja klar. Das war ja klar. Na, guck mal da. Hi! Feuerwehrmann, Feuerwehrmann, retten Sie mich! Was? Oh, hi! Retten Sie mich vor den bösen Leuten! Uah. Au. Schön in die Seite. So. Gut jetzt. Nein, das muss ich erst freischalten. Weiß Gott, wie ich das mache. Lass mich die Muni holen. Oh, du schon wieder. Oh, noch einer. So, das war Nummer 2. Und das war 3. Aha. Meins. 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 Nein. Ich muss mal wieder mit der Pumpgun spielen. Jetzt fängt wahrscheinlich das Drama an.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Ich probier's. Erst hole ich mir die Muni. Weil sie werden gleich kommen, wenn es wieder sich wiederholt. Wir kennen das bereits. Die Musik. Tudum. Guten Tag.
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though.
Wenn's denn sein muss.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Das ist mein völliger Ernst, ja.
I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people
Nur ein
think.
bisschen.
It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I
Sonst hätte ich
can,
doch nicht
for
so
lack
eine
of a better
Vorstellungskraft,
word,
wenn ich kein
rewrite reality.
Schriftsteller
Change things.
gewesen wäre.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
Ich
I
wollte
will
gerade sagen.
gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own
Dieses
decisions,
Gespräch
and those
führt nicht mehr
decisions
zu
lead to whatever
irgendetwas. Wir
destiny you
sollten
have,
es unterbrechen.
practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its
Sind wir fertig?
implications. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Another
Danke.
printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete.
Ich glaube, das ist die Story, wo wir am
but it's another
meisten
piece
momentan
of the
Manuskriptseiten haben.
weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
Das Kino! Ja! Das Kapitel, was ich bisher nie geschafft habe, werden wir jetzt schaffen. Dann ist das Spiel fertig. Und ich muss unbedingt mehr Muni horten. Unbedingt mehr Muni horten.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Was haben wir denn mitgebracht? Ellen, was hast du mitgebracht? Was hast du in deinen Taschen, was wir, wovon wir nichts wissen?
Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Manuskriptseite und ich habe sie übersehen.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
Da ist sie jetzt weg von uns gegangen. So, Madame, wir müssen noch mal rein zu Ihnen.
You again?
Fängt schon wieder alles von
Just here
vorne
to
an.
get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Ja.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look,
Ich habe Besseres
I
zu
may or
tun.
may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on,
You should totally come see me. We could have fun.
Ja,
You know.
mit einem
we'll
Lichtschalter.
see how it goes.
Licht an, Licht aus, Licht an, Licht aus, Licht an, Licht aus. Machen wir dann.
You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I
Doch.
want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Nein, willst du nicht. Ich bin ein verheirateter Mann. Wo ist die Manuskriptseite? Irgendwo hier muss eine Manuskriptseite sein. Ich weiß nur nicht wo. Und das Spiel will mir nicht sagen, wo. Wir regeln das schon. Wir schaukeln das. Ja? Ich mach mal eben den Generator wieder an.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
Hi. Ihr seid doch zu dämlich. Warum lauft ihr auch genau in das Licht rein? Entschuldigung, Mr. Scratch, ich habe dich nicht verstanden. Was hast du gesagt, außer dass ich ein Idiot bin? Das, was ich gehört habe, ausnahmsweise. Guck mal, da gibt's Souvenirs. Sollen wir da mal hingehen? Das wird unser Urteil sein, wenn wir dort hingehen. Aber ich bin zu neugierig. Solange die Vögel nicht wiederkommen, ist alles in Ordnung. Eine Armbrust. Für die Pumpgun. Ist die gut? Wir testen das mal. Oh ja. Ja, sie ist gut. Das war Zufall. Wir durften es gleich testen. Ist das cool? Ah, hier ist auch noch eine Manuskriptseite irgendwo. Da! Wir können noch ganz viel lesen von der Story.
The car seemed to
Fliegende
sail
Autos.
through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
Das hatten wir doch bereits. Hatten wir das nicht bereits? Guck mal, die Lampe ist extra wieder an für mich und da leuchtet auch was. Ach ja, das war das. Und noch ein bisschen Moni. Wie schön wir das... Hallo, hallo? Polizei? Ist jemand da? Ich müsste mich jemanden verhaften lassen. Mich. Oder meinen bösen Doppelgänger. Besser gesagt. Aber das Spiel ist noch zumindest deutlich harmloser als Alan Wake in den schlimmsten Stunden. Ja, ich habe keine Angst mehr davor. Ich habe keine Angst vor euch. Ich finde euch nur beschissen. Das machst du aber nice. Komm her. Ach, das war mal total gut getroffen. Sonst ist hier niemand? Vorhin waren es mehr. Na komm her, du. Manuskriptseite. Auto im Kofferraum, im Kofferraum. Los geht's.
It's been 2 years since I came here. Being that long without Alice breaks my heart. And I know it broke hers. I know she thinks I'm dead. How could I blame her for that? It would be a crime to pretend that she owes me anything. She took all the stupid, self-indulgent bullshit I brought into her life and still stood by me. Still loved me. It's no betrayal. But I'm a better person now than I used to be. I want to be that person with her.
Ja, auf ein neues Leben, wenn sie erfährt, dass wir nicht tot sind. Und ich freue mich so auf Night Springs. Nein, wenn wir irgendwann doch mal den zweiten Teil spielen können. Denn ich würde ihn so gern spielen.
I want to talk about Alice.
Okay,
Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she?
wenn du meinst.
Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others.
Das
She's
bezweifle ich.
special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good.
Ob sie von deinen Machenschaften weiß?
Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know? I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll
Also nicht
love
lang.
it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet.
Für dich. Willst du die ganzen Partys echt hinter dich lassen?
My darling wife.
Wir werden auf keinen Fall alle Seiten finden. Aber wir kriegen ein bisschen was von der Story wenigstens mit. Geh nicht richtig. Ich hätte da runter gemusst. Die Seiten sind dann bestimmt irgendwo auf den Wegen, wo wir noch nicht waren. Zum Beispiel hier irgendwo. Da. Vor dem Bildschirm. Der
It's
Doppelgänger.
obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another
Ich finde das so
greater
geil, dass sein
being.
Name nicht
The
ausgesprochen
dark
werden
place
darf.
he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything. Unless I can stop him.
Korrumpieren, heißt das so? Er wird alles korrumpieren. Das so richtig ist? Ist das ein 6er-Pack Bier? Ja, 6er-Pack plus 1. Wer das wohl da stehen lassen hat. Muni. Nur für den Fall der Fälle. Wir werden es bestimmt gebrauchen. Ja, ich bewege mal während die Maus nicht, weil ich mich gerade kratze.